I was on this podcast talking shit for years. For years, I've been on this podcast talking shit, telling everybody Game will wash your favorite rapper in the verses.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
For years, I've been telling y'all Game will wash your favorite rapper in a verses. I wasn't initiated. I wasn't familiar. I didn't understand. I've never been a witness to Game in a live performance. And that's what was missing from the verses. Actual performance from Jason fucking Taylor. That's what we was missing. He went up there. The only performance that he did was drinking. Do we support drinking here at the World Is Yours podcast? We sure the fuck do.
It's yours.
Sometimes on the pod, I'ma drink. Sometimes on the pod, WAP gonna drink. But we definitely support drinking here on the World Is Yours podcast. But Game, he bucked some Clase Azul. He bucked it. He also drank. What else did he drink up in that motherfucker?
He took a fifth of Don to the face.
And he didn't do nothing but forget lyrics. Well, he didn't forget lyrics. I ain't gonna put that Wayne stimmy on him. But he just didn't rap lyrics. He had the playback track going, and it was just nasty work. But I really appreciated the blood verses because we got to see it was a gang members versus. I appreciate it. And I still stand by my previous statement, but I'll have to put an asterisk next to it. In the absence of performing, Game will wash a lot of y'all's favorite rappers in the verses. 98% of your favorite rappers, he's going to wash them. That 2% that's left is going to be a battle of styles.
Like Jeezy versus Game.
Hey, yo, fuck WAP, man.
Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's yours.
I am here reporting live from TWIY Pod. TWIYpod.com. My name is Dizzle F. Baby. I am the captain. I am the live reporter. I am here from Capitol Hill reporting what has taken place on Capitol Hill this afternoon. We have a live footage of Dr. Fauci in court, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please, somebody roll the live footage of Dr. Fauci in court today, okay?
Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. You 5. A secret document that I think you need to say.
Hello to you all, sir. Good afternoon. I got your sentence reduced to a month.
You did all kinds of terrible things. It's because during the pandemic, you got rich, didn't you? You got rich while people were dying, hundreds of thousands of Americans, over 1 million in the end, and you were getting rich. And not only were you doing that, you were using federal employees with taxpayer money to apply for and solicit cash prizes for you personally. Cash prizes totaling over $1 million. You did all of that during the pandemic, didn't you? That's a question. On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution. You remember Greg Folkers? Who was that? On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution. Your chief of staff is the answer. Do you remember Patricia Conrad? Who was that? On the advice.
Y'all get the picture. My partner is having technical difficulties with his microphone.
Soliciting and gathering information for a cash award. Let's look at it. We've got his email right here, right over my shoulder. Volker says, I'm working on this nomination for the Dan David Award for Fauci. We need to beef up the COVID part. Do you have language in the can that you could share that delineates how we responded in new ways to COVID? He sends this to multiple federal employees. What was the Dan David Award? Do you remember, Doc? On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
111 times. My man went and stood in front of the people. And 111 questions asked, 111 questions answered with, I plead the fifth. I'm not going to hold y'all. I want Dr. Fauci to be my co-D. I want Dr. Fauci to be my co-D. Dr. Fauci got immunity. He got a pardon in 2014 from Obama, January 1st, 2014. Please look it up. If we had an intern, I'd tell him to do some research. Dr. Fauci got a pardon January 1st, 2014 for exactly what happened with COVID. So he's got no reason to plead the fifth 111 times. You heard what he said? He said, yo, you know Duke? Dr. Fauci said, I plead the fifth. He said, yeah, Duke is your administrator. Hey, you know Shorty? Dr. Fauci said, I plead the fifth. He said, yo, Shorty is your secretary. Just in case y'all was wondering, that's how deep it is with Dr. Fauci. If I'm going to war, if I gotta go to court, I need Dr. Fauci as my co-D.
Dr. Fauci, he
Solid.
handled it, but that's the difference though. When the nigga your co-defendant, he's still subject to get the deal and not do the time just by ratting on you. That's the only thing.
That's true.
Never,
yeah. But if a nigga gonna go to court and plead the fifth,
I'm fucking with you.
Hey, Dr. Fauci, come to the pod. I've seen you on pods before, Dr. Fauci.
We'll switch it up for you. We know some little politics around this bitch.
I sent the joint. I sent the video to my mama. I was like, yo, you made me take that shot, bro. I just want you to see what your man that was promoting this shot. I just want you to see how your man is acting in the daylight when people can see him. It looks a little crazy in the light. More to come from this. Dr. Fauci, I hope they get your ass. You is a genocide ass doctor. You was out here playing around with this shit, and the shit that Obama gave you a pardon for, you couldn't do it in the States. So you was out here in a different country experimenting with shit, and that shit got loose. You went to Hulan, wherever the fuck you went to in China, and you went to go play around with your little science shit out there, with your little chemistry set. You was on your Dr. Wizard shit, and shit got loose and it turned into COVID. That's peace. Players fuck up too.
for sure.
But you caught so many bodies behind that even with the pardon, my son came to court and said, "Yo, I'm gonna plead the fifth."
Every time under counsel advice.
yo, the council told me to plead the fifth.
I have to answer that shit. We don't care how guilty it make you look.
I think pleading the fifth is worse than lying, but actually, perjury is worse than fucking getting caught with the original crime. So who knows what? I just know Dr. Fauci is looking funny in the light.
Dr. Fauci said, I'm not helping y'all do y'all's job. Fuck.
This ain't first 48. You ain't gonna get Dr. Fauci with a number 3 combo from McDonald's, extra large with a Dr. Pepper. You not finna get Doc with that.
Nah, that's not going down. That's not what
Doc ain't sitting in the interrogation room with his arm in his sleeves of his shirt balled up because it's cold.
the nigga Bernie Mac say on Hit the State. Tell us what you know about NATO. I don't know nothing about NATO. I know NATO Jenkins.
NATO Jenkins from around the way.
I don't know nothing about no NATO.
It gets worse. It gets worse. What I need y'all to do, I need y'all to, if you got a grandma
Damn.
out there and you listening, I need you to let your grandma know that one of our strongest soldiers, he needs to be wrapped up in prayer. And this is going to look very targeted coming from me.
Everything is targeted coming from you.
Hey, yo.
Thought out.
But I respect that because everything kind of is targeted coming from me. But around somewhere between episode 35 and episode 40, I came in the crib one night. I was lit. Kawhi Leonard lost. And I dropped a podcast called I Want Smoke with my man King. Shout out to the King.
King, what's the word, brother?
I dropped a pod called I Want Smoke, and I went on a 30-minute tirade against Kawhi Leonard. And little did I know that I wasn't the only person on earth that hated Kawhi Leonard. A young Filipino journalist
Oh, shit.
young Filipino journalist named Pablo Torre hates Kawhi Leonard just as much as I do. Maybe more. At this point, I think it's personal. Like, I seen this shit last night. I'm at the crib yesterday. I'm working. I get the notification. Notification on the phone. Pablo Torre open up the phone screen. Pablo Torre is like, yo, you thought the investigation was done? We've been doing more investigating. And we done found out some new things that we think the world needs to see. Tune in for our live stream at 10:30 Eastern. I'm excited because I'm like, what do y'all got against the straight back God today? Because Pablo Torre 10 months ago came out with the expose about Kawhi Leonard, Uncle Dennis, telling the Clippers, well, not just the Clippers. They told every team that wanted Kawhi's attention, yo, if you want Kawhi, we want a max contract. We want to circumvent the cap. We want extra money. And we want a business. We want business ties to a professional sports team. The Lakers said, "Bet we can do that. Some of that." The Lakers have owned a basketball franchise since the 80s. If anybody know how to bend some rules, color outside the lines a little bit, it's the Lakers. Toronto Raptors got an Indian owner.
The old
Home of the scammer.
the old Celtics, they know how to finesse too. 60s.
Oh, the Celtics know how to finesse and they know how to be racist. Kawhi Leonard goes to the Clippers. The first thing the Toronto Raptors and the Lakers do, they reach out to Adam Silver. Yo, 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 my man. Yo, Adam. Let me parlay with you, nephew. Let me parlay with you for a minute. Toronto owners, Genie busts out here like, yo, Adam, I'm not sure if you know this or not, but Uncle Dennis was asking us for illegal things. And that's why we didn't pursue Kawhi Leonard. Because Uncle Dennis was asking us for illegal things like salary cap circumvention. We don't even know what that is. The Lakers have always obtained their players in free agency because of the palm trees, because of the proximity to Hollywood, commercials, endorsements. We're a big franchise. This is a legendary franchise. We don't have to circumvent the salary cap. We're the who's who of LA. Adam Silver, we really think you should look into this because this is concerning. Adam Silver said, yo, you just mad because they went to the competition? You ain't real. Adam Silver changed his voicemail, and this is what his voicemail sounded like for 2 weeks after Kawhi Leonard signed to the Clippers.
Some of you niggas ain't real. Some of you niggas ain't real.
This is culturally inappropriate.
The Lakers took it on the chin. The Raptors took it on the chin. But then Pablo Torre says, yo, you remember that scene from Belly Wop?
It's a couple classic scenes in that motherfucker.
I'm talking about Belly 1, not Belly 2, but Belly 1.
I don't fuck with game like you fuck with that shit turned that shit on 8 minutes. No. Make it happen.
Hey, I want y'all to know that that's hate. Number 1, that's hate. Number 2, Belly 2 is a classic.
Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here.
Belly 2 is a classic, but that's hate from WAP. But in Belly 1, my man sitting in the barbershop eating a banana, he said, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. And then he made a phone call to the police. Hey, it's some niggas from out of state, and they out here get money, cuz. And we gotta get to them, blood. And then the cops raided the spot.
Oh, fuck no. That was like one of the hottest scenes in movie history.
Was it?
This is definitely up there. It's definitely up there.
I think it was justified.
How?
Because you came to my town, you didn't check in with me. Check-ins are important. If we didn't learn anything from the game and YG versus we learned that check-in is important. When you go out of town, you can't just go out of town and post up and do your thing. You got to check in with the natives.
Yeah,
I'm not going to Nebraska and start herding cattle. I'm checking in with Kevin Costner and the rest of the Yellowstone cast.
them niggas is not from Nebraska. They is from Montana. Small shit, Yellowstone, nigga. Them niggas from
Hey, yeah, you think you know your friends. You think you know your friends, and then you find out they watching Yellowstone behind your back. We got 300 episodes. We never talk about Yellowstone, and then my son pop up out of nowhere.
my nigga Kevin Dunn. That's a bad motherfucker, man. Hey, man. That nigga's a bad. John Dunn. That's a bad motherfucker, man. Now, I can't say check-ins isn't important. Depending on what you're doing, right? Like, you should, if I'm going to Cali and I'm just like with me and my lady, no, I'm not checking in because I'm not on nothing. You know what I'm saying? But if you plan on going to Cali and you going with a couple of the guys and y'all are known people, right? Known celebrities, known X, Y, and Z. Yeah, you might want to tap in with certain motherfuckers out there because it's Cali. Cali is known to get down on motherfuckers, right? Like they don't care who you are. Lil Wayne, NBA players, it don't matter. You're getting it. If you're lacking and ain't nobody here to vouch for you, you're getting it. Simple. So, no, I think like for me the reason why that shit was lame on Belly is because if you really that nigga, most of the time the first strategy is, oh, who these niggas think they is? All right, we finna retaliate. We finna go show them who town this really is. That nigga went straight to the police. Like he didn't even try to get them. No, that's some Stringer Bell shit versus some Avon Barksdale shit. Like Stringer would have been like, let's just snitch on these niggas, get them out the way, get a
It's
bunny
business.
on there. Yeah,
It's business. It's not personal.
yeah, you know, we ain't gotta get our hands dirty, losing on soldiers. You know, all type of shit. Stringer would have been seeing the bigger pictures. It's cleaner, and who gives a fuck about snitching? Like Avon, you bleed green, I bleed red, nigga.
I told you about them fucking away games, String.
One of the coldest lines in the whole series.
Listen, the Wire is still a classic. But they snitched on the Clippers.
Had to.
Adam Silver ain't do nothing about it. Pablo Torre has to come through with the expose. And this is my beef with the whole expose. And I've been very passionate about this. I've been so mad that we haven't potted for the last month because I've wanted to talk about nothing but the Kawhi Leonard situation, and we just haven't been podding. You see me here today on the pod, mad avocados, mariachis, macarenas, tacos on my shirt. We had a taco party. Tacos and tequila. We're celebrating promotions, birthdays. WAP had a birthday. It was Father's Day, 4th of July, America's birthday, if you American. Some of y'all ain't American that's watching this pod. You don't get it. And that's peace. All you Russians that's watching the pod, I'm sorry about what happened to your country. You still got vodka though. Celebrate that.
Slide that too.
On God.
Slide it. We need that.
You Africans out there in the jungle, in the bush, excuse me, you Africans out there in the bush, I know the bush looked different than how Idris Elba made it look in that movie with the lion chasing him and his kid. I know the bush looked different than that. It looked like American Gladiator with lions.
Hell yeah, sand. Lots of sand.
A little obstacle course, you know what I'm saying? A little obstacle course, hey, it's a little bit more on the line, but I get it. But out here in America, we got fireworks and shit. We got air conditioner. We know y'all not used to air conditioner neither. I seen all you foreigners reacting to everything that America has to offer, all the creature comforts. I seen y'all at the World Cup. Y'all was coming to the World Cup. Y'all made content. Y'all made the wackest content I ever seen in my life. Because I don't understand. Y'all came to the US, y'all went to the grocery store, and y'all was sitting there with your accents, asking funny questions. Oh my God. I can buy butter. I can buy liters of butter at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, baby, this America. It's a democracy. If you want to buy the butter, baby. They at the hotel room with air conditioner, indoor air conditioner, cranking that bitch down to 65. I'm watching it content. I'm leaving comments too, and I'm not even a comment guy. I'm leaving comments. Yo, hotel air conditioner, top 5 experience of your life. Put that bitch on 60 and go to sleep in the bed closest to the AC.
Icebox.
Woo! Change your life. You'll be sick in the morning.
Oh yeah, you gonna have the sniffles.
Oh, you gonna be hurting in the morning.
Guaranteed. But
Change your life though.
It's an experience. It's definitely a experience. Sure.
Gotta experience it at least once.
That controlling your climate, literally, like it be so cold in that motherfucking room. You down there don't even want to get up and piss. It be so cold.
You can't. You be mad at your bladder. You be like, you be sounding like Tyler Perry. My body betrayed me. My body betrayed me.
Nah, no bullshit.
Because you had to get up and go pee at 3 a.m. So you had to get up out of that egg roll wrap because you ain't know no better. So the lady that came and cleaned your room and made your bed, she done made that shit tight as fuck on the corners. She done gave you the hospital corners on your bed. So you in that bitch like a burrito.
That bitch.
You look like Undertaker on a casket match. You just sitting there.
Bladder. Get up.
Then your bladder start speaking to you like, yo, you gotta get up. Yeah, you gonna get up? Yo, I'm about to your stomach don't hurt? Cause I'm uncomfortable.
Remember that time I tried to tell you to get up in your ass. Had that little accident.
Start having a pee dream, nigga. It's not a dream.
Wow.
It's not a dream. You had too much Guinness. It's not a dream. But 10 months ago, Pablo Torre, he blew the expose out. He said, yo, Kawhi Leonard got paid from salary cap circumvention. And this is how him and Uncle Dennis did it. That shit popped fly on ESPN for maybe 48 hours. We might have paid attention to it for maybe a week. No action was taken by Adam Silver. No action was taken by the NBA. No action was taken by the Clippers. The man that ran Aspire, the tree company that gave Kawhi Leonard the no-show jobs. And I say no-show jobs because that's the best way that I can explain it for all you folks that watch The Sopranos. Y'all know the mob used to fight other mob families for construction no-show jobs. I protect this construction company. Whenever they get a big job, I get 5 no-show jobs. That means 5 of my mob guys get a check, a legal check, to not show up and shit's peace. That's what Kawhi Leonard got, but it was for $48 million. We didn't make enough noise about that. Pablo Torre, the astute detective that he is, he kept doing his research. Kawhi Leonard was officially traded the first day that trades were available in the NBA season. He got traded bike to Toronto for Brandon Ingram, a ham sandwich, 16 pack of Ruffles chips, and maybe a white boy or two. But before that trade went through, Adam Silver said, "Yo, Toronto, not sure if y'all watched the news or not, but Kawhi got some shit going on. And if you trade for Kawhi, you trade for the problems that come with Kawhi." Adam Silver effectively turned Kawhi Leonard into a single mother. Wop, you ever try and date a single mom?
I've dated a few of
What comes with the single moms, Wop?
a whole bunch of broken promises. Start there. A whole lot of what if another man couldn't, if another man wouldn't, whatever bullshit. You know, my child is a deal and all that bullshit. You know, that typically comes with a lot of. We are a package deal. You have to
My
accept.
kids don't date who I date.
Yeah, yeah. That's when the discipline and all that other shit need to be checked. You know, my kids is my kids, and until I come in with just that Big Mac for me and you. What about the kids? Your kids, it's your kids.
No, now we a package deal.
Now we're a package deal again.
Now we a package deal.
When I told that little motherfucker to cut the grass, start earning allowance,
Nah, my son don't cut no grass.
mm-hmm. That's a man's job. Oh,
You a man, ain't you?
mm-hmm. That's my shit.
Yeah, so Adam Silver told the Raptors Kawhi is a single mother. You gonna get Kawhi, but you gonna get every problem that come with him. A baby daddy, a potential suspension. And we haven't had a salary cap circumvention issue in the NBA. To my understanding, I don't think we've ever had this kind of issue.
This was a all time strike 'em while the iron's hot. Like this was that. Oh, Dennis and I'm saying like now, Shorty just went to Toronto, told them people because it's all accounts. He basically told Toronto day one, I don't give a fuck what happened. I'm not coming back next year. Telling y'all this right now. When the free agency hits, don't consider yourselves one of my suitors. I'm not coming here. He told him this. So, with that being said, you do what you do, win the ring, you upset the Warriors, kind of, in some people's mind, you know, you somewhat ended that version of that dynasty. The narratives was out there for him. Is he the best player in the world? He was hot. He was hot. He was extremely hot.
He was hot. This is 2-3 years from him winning what was it, 1 or 2 on the Heatles.
Well, it beat the Heat once, uh, and he
So
won.
he made it to the finals 2 times in a row. He lost one to the Heatles. Then they beat the Heatles in a very convincing fashion.
So
Then he had the injury year.
his next 3 years was Finals MVP, which was 2014,
Shit.
back-to-back depoys.
Shit.
Then the 2017 year, which would be the year he obviously got hurt in the playoffs against Golden State. That was his most complete year as a Spurs, where he was the best two-way player in the league. You know, well, him or Anthony Davis, depending on, but I would say he was second for sure. But that was when he started showing us like he's just not an elite defensive player no more. He's an elite offensive player, like showing you that he can be that. And that's the 2018 year is the injury year. You can kind of see the writing on the wall in 2018 that he might not be a Spur no more. Like, and that's when you could tell that this ain't the same. The Spur way. For one, they wasn't really being the Spurs either. I'm not gonna lie. This was the first time I think the Spurs was a little sloppy with how they handled the situation. You can't treat every player the same. Even if you are who you are, right? The Spurs at that time, they like arguably one of them the prestige. They're the Patriots of the NFL, the NBA to me. The Spur way, just like the Patriots do it the Patriot way, right? That's what they about. So you still cannot expect every player to, because you got away with it with Duncan, and part of that is some of Greg Popovich guru shit, right? Where he used to call Tim Duncan out, like treat him, and Tim Duncan never bucked at him, never. So it's more of one of those things where Kawhi to me never fit that mold, right? That's not Kawhi don't give, even though he's similar in Duncan to a Tim Duncan, far as like they're very low profile, like they're not really looking for the limelight, shit that. But this way you can tell like Kawhi is from fucking Compton gang, family from Compton gang. You know what I'm saying? Just because a motherfucker moved the way he moved, don't mean he ain't from that life. And motherfuckers is
He quiet and he too scared to ask for this. So I'm gonna ask for it. And I'm his representation. And the Spurs never seen no shit like that. As soon as he got hurt in such a close proximity of him being at his peak, the family start questioning shit. Yo, we need a second opinion. We need a doctor that's not affiliated with the NBA to look at this. And as soon as somebody said, yo, he shouldn't be playing.
Run with it.
Now that's what we running with. And if he play because y'all say he's ready to play and he's not 100% healthy, yo, we can't trust y'all no more. Let's get that on paper that we can't trust y'all no more, so that when we walk away, we don't have that stank. So we go to Toronto, but he put the flyer out there, shit's piece. Everybody tells after they don't win the sweepstakes. They don't win the Kawhi sweepstakes, everybody tells. We got the aspiration debacle. Aspiration also paid for a logo on the Clippers jersey. Gotta remind y'all of that because y'all forget about that detail. The NBA allows teams to advertise companies on their jerseys now. Aspiration paid for a logo on the Clippers jersey. Where's the owner of Aspiration today? He in jail, gang. 15 of them things. Dime and a nickel. He got 15 years for stealing money. My son Matt Damon is out here pissed off. Ben Affleck pissed off because they gave Aspiration money to plant oak trees all throughout California. Not a tree was planted. Kawhi Leonard was paid $48 million to plant trees. Nobody ever advertised it. Nobody ever promoted Kawhi Leonard planting trees for Aspiration. This is all in the Pablo report. My son gets 15 years, it's peace. The NBA is so quiet about this, I say, golly. David Stern would never, bro. David Stern, and listen, David Stern was in the league in a different era, before the internet. But David Stern would never let this kind of stain fall on the league. He would have got Kawhi Leonard ass out the league. Kawhi Leonard would have never dribbled another basketball his whole life. Adam Silver said, yo, don't nobody care about this. Nobody cares about salary cap circumvention. Pablo Torre cares. My son did more research. He found out that another checkbox for Kawhi Leonard, access to ownership for a professional sports team, was available through the Rhode Island Football Club, RIFC. Kawhi Leonard opened up a LLC for RIFC. He opened up a LLC for RIFC affordable housing. The governor that approved Steve Ballmer to create the new stadium for the Clippers flies out to the game, opening night for the Clippers. He flies out to the game. Pablo Torre sent some reporters to Duke, says, yo, why was you at the game? Do you know any of the players? Like, you Rhode Island. Why the fuck was you at a game in LA? The governor don't know that everything he do is public record because he's a government official. His Outlook calendar had a meeting scheduled. That shit said private. Los Angeles. 9:25 to 11:25. 10/24/2025. What happens 10/24/2025 at 9 o'clock? The Clippers opening game. Take some pictures. Who's in the owner's box sitting right next to Steve Ballmer, the governor of Rhode Island? One hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. Steve Ballmer, being the richest NBA team owner, is a problem. He rich, he got money, he got connections, but he's sloppy. He's doing something that these other owners ain't doing, or he's doing something that these other owners are doing, and they just not getting caught. One way or another, Somebody else is going to jail. It's not going to be Kawhi Leonard. Now, he got the LLC for affordable housing in Rhode Island. He hasn't made one affordable house in Rhode Island. Unfortunate.
Is it?
If you live in Rhode Island, it's unfortunate because they use your tax dollars to pay Kawhi. They use your tax dollars to pay Kawhi, and it ain't no affordable housing out there.
Them niggas a Jersey or something.
What's that Kawhi laugh? Pablo Torre needs your grandmother's prayers. That's all I'm saying. Please wrap Pablo Torre up in your grandmother's prayers. He needs them. Adam Silver going to try and take your man out before he finishes his investigation. And we don't want to see that. We want to see this shit through. The Raptors are officially saying they do not want to trade no more. So Brandon Ingram should be back on the Raptors pretty soon. Kawhi Leonard should be back with the Clippers pretty soon. He stinks too much. Nobody's going to trade for him because he stinks so much.
Chairman of WPRI, here's that Rhode Island Football Club owner, Brett Johnson, will be traveling from his home in Los Angeles to the great state of Rhode Island in March to speak on some panel. But what Eli does is what all great reporters do. He shows up.
Is Kawhi Leonard in any way affiliated with the team? Kawhi Leonard is a friend, and his uncle and his agent, the three of them are small investors.
That's Dennis Robinson and Kawhi.
Yeah.
And their agent.
Yeah.
I think it's very funny that Kawhi Leonard, in fact, is an unannounced, never before disclosed co-owner of this random-ass pro soccer club in Rhode Island. And that also, according to the team owner, Brett Johnson, he's a friend. Brett Johnson says that his investment also includes, yes, Uncle Dennis, who would start DRR, RIFC Real Estate LLC in August of 2025. Years after he'd reportedly asked NBA owners in 2019 free agency to give Kawhi Leonard ownership stakes in pro sports teams. So, too, owning a stake in a pro sports team is Mitch Frankel. Brett's dealings with Team Kawhi, that big three, are not simply financial.
They're particularly interested in real estate, finding ways to invest in housing, particularly low-income areas.
Yeah, because I saw they had some LLCs that they set up that were like KL2, Rhode Island FC, and I was like, this must be something here.
Their interest, Kawhi is very interested in using his capital to make a change in communities and the housing.
Hey, Kawhi, please stop making KL2 LLCs. When they caught the white boy building the trees, they caught him and the file said KL2. KL2, Kawhi Leonard, and your basketball jersey number is dirty. You can't use that no more. You can't use that for every cover up. I never seen Tony Soprano use AS whatever the fuck for every fucking crime that he did. It's just not natural. You're a poor criminal. Do better. And somebody wrap Pablo Torre in grandma's prayers until this shit gets finalized. We've been gone a minute. We've been gone for a month. Like right before Father's Day. WAP hit me. Yo, NBA schedule ain't out yet. We can't pod. Yo, why can't we pod, WAP? Because the NBA schedule ain't out yet. We can't pod. We shouldn't pod. It will be irresponsible for us to pod before the NBA schedule comes out.
This is culturally inappropriate.
All right. That's peace. We was going to pod one night. We ain't pod. WAP had plenty of topics. Where's LeBron going? Is he going to Cleveland? Is he going to Miami? Is he going back to... Giannis went to Miami. Is Giannis and Bam. No shooters. Maybe Clay now, but back then, no shooters. Ja went to Portland. LaMelo went to Minnesota. Harden opted out of Cleveland. Just in case Bron wanted to come back home and do it again. Adam Silver got on TV. He made a quick chuckle. David Stern would never. Adam Silver got on TV and said, ha ha ha. We normally have the NBA schedule out now, but we're kind of waiting for LeBron to figure out what he wants to do before we finalize everything. 2 weeks later, LeBron makes an announcement.
The brotherly love.
LeBron wants to be a Philly Bull. LeBron wants to be a Philly Bull. He wants to... I just want to rock.
That nigga.
I'm sick.
That shit go, shorty. The journeyman.
All right. wait. Because this is what happened. Because I sent the joint to WAP. I sent WAP a picture. I was like, yo, check out Philly. They had the Iverson jerseys on. I said, check this out. It was the starting five. WAP said, thumbs up. Thumbs up emoji. He said, I can't wait to pod about this. WAP got 7 pods. I got 7 pods. I didn't know what he meant by I can't wait to pod about this.
Because especially with you, because you know, you think he the GOAT. So, I mean, listen, I have no problem with the move.
Of course you don't.
No, I don't. Because if you're playing, you should be competing at this age. Why else are you playing, Bron? You have nothing to prove. You say you're the GOAT. So at least play for a ring. Be competitive. Who wants to watch LeBron on a bad team putting up numbers and not making it to the playoffs or losing in the fucking first round or whatever? I would rather see him competing. Him in LA, it seemed like his time was up in LA. Some would argue it might have been up last year. Whatever. I think the move was a good move. $8 million for 2 years. The probably the best free agent signing in NBA history, barring some weird ass injury or something. Bron pretty healthy, going to be still all-star caliber.
Well, check this out. So first of all, you're throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth.
He say no big words.
Mad big words.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not mad. I'm not tripping. The whole thing is, you know, it's a lot of discord about this. I've heard too many different things that I just don't like. This is my problem with most fan bases. Most fan bases want it both ways. Pause. Meaning, they want to celebrate their favorite or whatever, their person, their guy. Want to celebrate their guy. when everything's going right. But when it's not going right, there's no blame nowhere. There's no, oh, well, he fell short. It's excuses. You cannot have it both ways. The LeBron fan base currently will tell you shit like, well, he's still like a top 15 player. Is he? So they have Bron, who's a top 15 player. Embiid, when healthy, a top 5, 10 player. Some say Jaylen Brown's a top 15 player. I don't. Some do. This is what's make it bad. Tyrese Maxey, top 20 player. Top 20, top 25. He's in that group. He's in that group. He's in that group. He's in that group. He giving you 28 points a game. 25 back-to-back plus in 2 years straight. Like, I would say that's a top 25 player.
I just want to know why. I want to know why it was acceptable for Jordan to go out there with the Wizards. Chucky Atkins, Ben Wallace, Kwame Brown, Rip Hamilton. Jordan went out there with these bum ass niggas on the Wizards, and there was no expectation for him to win, and shit was peace.
You just said it. Bum ass niggas.
Even so LeBron James wasn't playing with a bunch of bums in LA. Don't confuse the paycheck with the skill level. LeBron James was out there with a young man named Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves,
and Luka Doncic,
Bud Light Doncic.
Yeah, give me that all day over whatever Wizard team you thinking of. Give me
frequently injured, but wrap the whole package up. Don't just say Luka Doncic.
That's not.
Let's wrap the whole package up.
First month of the season last year.
Let's wrap the whole package up. They changed the rules for the young white boy. You can't get nominated for a lot of these awards unless you play 65 games. The young Yugoslavian, they changed the rules for him.
He played 64, and they actually changed the rule before that happened.
For him and Cade, and who's the other one?
They didn't change it for them. It was already in place. It's called the exception rule. It was part of the bargaining agreement. If you can prove that you would have played 65 games barring something significant or unfortunate event, then
smoke a hookah on a yacht, drinking Don like the game at a Versus is an exception. You correct, Wop.
That was not what Luka got.
You know that roster. You know that roster today, and I'm not saying compare it to the Washington Wizards roster. I'm saying compare that Lakers roster to the remaining of the NBA roster that they were fighting against modern day. Today, that's a bum ass roster, Wop.
No, it's not.
That's a bum ass roster. Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, something Vanderbilt, Marcus Smart. That's a bum roster.
No,
that's not a good roster.
Not a bum roster.
That roster looked like a bunch of White Walkers today.
No, that roster is just not good enough to win a title, but that do not make you a bum ass team.
That roster was barely good enough to make it how far they went.
That's not true.
KD's not injured. They don't make it out the first round.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. KD is not who motherfuckers is trying to make him be, brother. I'm sorry. He makes some of them games closer. The Lakers was beating the fuck out the Rockets. And they would have KD not stopping what ultimately what the Lakers had for them. They need not stopping that. He's never been that player to stop the bleeding for real. Like let's he can go shot for shot with a motherfucker, but that's not stopping the bleed. You need a motherfucker that's gonna stabilize some shit. He's not.
But if he's out there scoring and they gotta expend energy playing defense on him, then the other team's not scoring at that capacity. So
KD is,
that evens it out, and that's something that you can't put on paper.
brother. I'm trying to tell you, the Lakers would have been able to contain him. They was able to contain Shea. Shea had a bad series against the Lakers. That's just being truthful. Like he did not have, even though it don't seem that way because they won the series convincingly.
They were 17 deep. It didn't matter if they contained Shea. They couldn't contain the rest of them jokers.
It's not even that. They just didn't have the offensive power to compete, though. That's just the reality without a Luka Doncic. Like if they had Luka, they would have been a different series. But again, Luka is not KD. I can say that about Luka. I didn't see Luka be the difference maker for real, in a series like that. Where I haven't seen like that's like when Jalen Brunson got up against I think that was might have been Phoenix or it might have been no, I'm tripping, it was Utah. I think Jalen Brunson, that's when he kind of had his coming out party. I think he won like a game or two, gave them a 2-1 lead or some shit like that against Utah. And then Luka comes back and it's just over with. Like it's nothing to talk about.
It's ugly. I think LeBron's getting a bad rap. Now, Charles Barkley came out and said LeBron's always going to go to a stacked team. LeBron's in year 20 plus something or another. LeBron should be allowed to not go to a team where he's expected to be the primary. Charles Barkley went to a Houston team with Clyde Drexler and Hakeem Olajuwon.
He was traded there.
But he still went there and nobody said, yo, Charles Barkley was on a stacked team and couldn't win. They just said Charles Barkley never won a ring. They never said he was on a stacked team. They never said, Charles Barkley went to Phoenix, won an MVP, and couldn't sniff.
They may say it now, but they didn't say it back then for sure. They do say Charles Barkley was on the stack team, like you just said. They bring up the fact that he went and played with Scotty. Well, he didn't go. He went and played with Hakeem first, but he was traded. But he was on record saying that he didn't want to be traded there. He just felt like the cast in Phoenix, niggas didn't want it no more. Like, and he wasn't lying. A lot of them niggas, the team fell apart after like 94, 95.
Thunder Dan.
I think he left to Miami. It was ultimately though, like I'm not saying that players didn't want to move around back then. That is a narrative that is somewhat used to describe that era that players just wanted to stay put. Players couldn't move around. The contracts didn't allow you to move around like that. You were fucking slaves to the owners. So it's not that players didn't want to move around. Players used to have to force teams' hand. Players used to have to do what Magic Johnson did. Come to the press. Yeah, I want to be traded. Like they had to do shit like that. Didn't mean that was gonna happen, but they had to do it.
Player mobility wasn't a thing back then, and then the players took more ownership into their hands. So that's just peace. But I think for LeBron, legacy wise, this Philly move was a legacy move. I got I'm taking a 2-year deal, $8 million. With all this Pablo talk, that $8 million looks a little funny in the light because he got a Tops deal. Tops is the basketball card, people, for an undisclosed amount. That Philly deal looks a little funny in the light now, but LeBron takes a super friendly deal to go to a stacked team. We call them stacked when you don't know if Embiid's going to be healthy. You got Jalen Brown who can't dribble left, but niggas keep telling me Jordan couldn't dribble left either.
They
So
lying.
why are you holding that against Jalen Brown?
They're lying. Niggas who say that is lying.
That's what they telling me on the internet, gang.
Yeah, they don't believe everything you hear on the internet. Go do your
Look,
own.
listen, to me, LeBron went to a team where he can win now. And if he doesn't win now in a convincing fashion, to me, that's a strike against LeBron.
What you
If
mean?
he don't win at all,
Why you gotta win convincingly though?
nah, he gotta win convincingly for me because he back in the East. He 25-0 in all of his last series in the East. He has to win convincingly. I need to see LeBron do some 73-9 shit and win a chip. 16-0 in the playoffs.
What did you just say?
That's right.
You be just making up shit too, you
That's
LeBron.
right. I need to see LeBron go
Yeah.
73-9 regular season,
You just said
16-0 in the playoffs. I need to see LeBron go 16-0 in the playoffs.
LeBron James is 25-0 this last series in Cleveland. That is a lie.
No, in the East. In the East. In the playoff series in the East, against the East, he's 25-0. Hey, reach out to twiypod@gmail.com if you want to be an intern for the pod.
You are.
We bring you on the joint. You ain't gotta show your face.
He's 24-0, not 25. 24.
I was close.
It's 24. I get that.
Against the East. Duffing the East out. The ball don't lose in the East.
That was,
LeBronto.
you do remember that was when he was the best player in the world. He's no longer that.
He's no longer. I don't want to say he far removed from the best player on earth.
He is.
I don't want to say he far removed from it because far removed feels disrespectful.
It's been about 6 years.
I'll say at this point in his career, he feels like he can turn it on and off.
As he should.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, that's the I'm him shit, you know? And then you earn the right to feel that way. If you LeBron too. Because Kobe felt that way, Jordan felt that way. All of
Kobe ain't never felt that way.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did. Towards the
Kobe never felt that way. Kobe got too much help from outside forces. Whether it was Donahue, Shaquille, fucking David Stern, Kobe had too much outside forces for him to feel like he could just turn it on and off. Kobe was too much of a killer for me to feel like Kobe was out here saying, yo, I want to take 2 weeks off so I can go to Germany and get some blood platelets in my kneecaps. Did he do it? Yeah, he did it. But he was worried about his team record the whole time he did it. LeBron say, yo, it's 0 dark 30. And then go get the Russian blood platelets and go to the Balco facility and do his thing.
Duh. But I'm saying though, the reality is what I'm saying is that the older you get in the league, the regular season, especially if you're not, you know what I'm saying, you're a champion and shit like that, the regular season don't excite you as much, is what I'm saying. That's why I say, like, it's another thing that Bron fans like to do. Well, they be like, man, if the playoffs started right now, tell me you want Tyrese Maxey over Bron. You lying. Ain't no way you want Maxey over Bron. That's not how this works, though. There is the 82 game process before the playoffs start. Yes, if I could just start the playoffs, I probably would want Bron over a lot of niggas. Because Bron in a small 20 to 25 game sample size is better than a lot of niggas. For sure. For sure. At 42, for sure. But that's why we call this sports and life in general. Life. It's a young person's game. It's a young person game. Bron is no longer capable of leading your team to the promised land. He's just not. He's just not. And it's nothing wrong with that. He's well past his prime.
Well past.
Well past it. It'd be disingenuous to think that LeBron James is somewhere near what he used to be. You don't know LeBron James then. You must didn't see that motherfucker in Miami. Where he was
I don't think Miami was his prime.
What? When the
I don't
prime
think Miami was his prime.
Miami
I
is when
think
prime started.
That's where it started. I think it ended after that Cavs championship.
No, his prime ended after the 2021 season. Yeah. Yeah, I can't hear
The
you.
2021 season.
Yeah. 2021 season.
That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah. That's what I just said.
That was after the Mickey Mouse chip.
Yeah. 2021 is when I would say that's when the injuries started coming a little bit more consistent. The athleticism was still there, and he still was probably more athletic than most niggas. But compared to what he used to be, which was obviously super, super, super next level, right? He's just not the same. And that's okay. Like, he had one of the longest primes in NBA history. You can say his prime really started like 09, 08, really, and it ended like 2021. That's a 13-year prime. Like, his prime is really like 08. Some would say 07.
That's super solid. That's super solid.
Yeah. To me, your prime is when you start becoming like whatever you become. Like, some people be good players. Like, Ray Allen was a good to great player. Not, you know what I'm saying? He's a Hall of Famer. But his prime was a good prime. Like, not an elite prime. So LeBron James was a top 5 player for 14 years, 15 years. Like, consistently, consecutively. That's amazing. There's some niggas that don't even play 15 years. So to be a top 5 player in the world for 15 years is insane.
Here's the thing.
Feeling you can say some bullshit.
I'm not. This year, LeBron signed a deal, 2-year deal, $8 million. Fully stacked team. Maxey, Edgecombe, Jalen Brown, Embiid, him, no fucking bench.
It wouldn't be a LeBron signing without a friend of a friend from LeBron. You got KCP over there now. Friend of a friend, former champion teammate with Bron.
Somebody you can trust on the bench. But it's really no bench though. Like, let's keep it a buck. Dean Wade is the only guy on the bench that you is a shooter.
No, Anthony Simons is on the bench.
Oh, Simons too. All right. So you got two, but big moments. You never seen Simons there. Don't know if you can trust him. LeBron gotta win.
Yeah, he is in that position. And
He has to win this year, or else shit's gonna get spooky. Losing this year for LeBron is like taking two rings off his jacket.
no, it's not. What the fuck? What the fuck? You one of the worst LeBron fans too. Like,
I'm not a LeBron fan no more. I told you after he tore his hamstring meniscus platypus, after he tore his platypussy, I told you I'm not a fan of LeBron Raymond James anymore. I'm no longer a fan. I took him out the conversation.
he's no longer.
Because why you tear your platypussy and come and tell people after you lose? You ain't miss a game for it. You ain't getting no workout for it. It wasn't nothing on the ticker telling me not to put my money on you on prize picks because you tore your platypussy.
Cause he LeBron, nigga. Not that's what Bron gonna do. He gonna throw that out there, man.
Yeah, don't tell me after I lose my money on the ticket that you tore your platypussy. That's not how it's supposed to roll.
This is culturally inappropriate.
We was talking about sports scandals earlier. The Patriots got beat down for not sharing injury reports, proper injury reports. Niggas in the NFL lost draft picks for not properly sharing injury reports of players. Why? Because betting is impacted off of the injury reports. If LeBron is out there playing on a torn platypussy, everybody needs to know.
For sure.
If LeBron lose this ring, it's like losing two. If he don't even make it to the ring, it's like losing five. Put him back there with Darko Milicic.
No, what this is though is like I said, you can't have it both ways. You can't tell me that it means that, and this how contradictory these LeBron fans can be. I was in the live, motherfucker said, yeah, if Bron win a ring at 42, I don't want to hear nothing about the GOAT talk. That sounds like you right now don't believe LeBron is the GOAT. It sounds like you believe in year 24, this man still got to prove something to you. It's insane. It's insane, bro. They don't even know, like they fake holding them to standards that's so unrealistic. But then when I just pretend that I believe what you're saying and go off on you for holding them to these standards, then you want to point the fingers at, oh well, man, you remember that shot Edgecombe missed in the corner? You mean the guy that went from being the third option to the fifth option in his sophomore year? That guy who's barely touching the rope. Now they telling him to be fucking PJ Tucker. Like that kid, huh? Yeah. They're gonna blame everything around Bron. And that's what I'm tired of. It's never going to be, well, Bron should have did X, Y, and Z. They're gonna say, oh, he's 42. Y'all want him to make defensive. Like, bro, he made a bad play, and you can't keep blaming his age for it. He needs to retire. It's like that fucking simple to me.
Relax, because we still need a retirement tour.
I don't know if Brian gonna give us that.
He not, but I feel like he owes us the retirement tour. He not gonna give it to us. He already said he wasn't. But I feel like he owes us the retirement tour, and that might be my biggest disappointment in the NBA. But no, excuse me, pardon self.
But see, this is my whole thing. Brian claimed in 2016 after he came back from 3-1, he felt like he was the GOAT. Boom. was 10 years ago. 10.
That was GOAT behavior.
Not a problem him saying it, even though he said it.
The most winningest team in the NBA, I beat them. Coming down from the biggest.
Y'all, this is y'all thing. Y'all go ahead. This is what the LeBron fans do. They reward.
I'm a Warriors fan first, by the way.
but I'm still saying you're a Warriors fan. Cool. They still reward failing. Like failing to some degree. Well, he was down 3-1. My rebuttal. Wow, the fuck he was down 3-1. Because the year before.
Because that was a great fucking team that was assembled. They assembled the Avengers on my guy.
Not that year.
We talking about somebody is assembling the Avengers on you.
How?
And Thanos still won.
That was no Kevin Durant on that team. Nobody was assembled. That was a home team.
Chat, you feel me?
No.
They assembled the Avengers on you, and Thanos still won.
Not letting you get that off.
And he didn't even have the whole gauntlet on him.
Now you chatting.
He was just out here beating up the Incredible Hulk with no gauntlet. At the beginning of the movie, the first 5 minutes of the movie, when Thanos got surgical on Hulk, he rumbled and tumbled him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dizzle's in his own timeline right now of remembering how this shit went.
I watched it.
No.
I'm a fan. I'm a Warriors fan. I watched it. As a matter of fact, I watched it in San Antonio.
How did they assemble the Avengers when that team that the Warriors had out there was a homegrown team outside of Andre Iguodala? Most of those players were drafted there.
Them niggas was still the Avengers, bro. No, that was a great fucking team.
And it does not matter.
If they wasn't the Avengers,
how come Warriors was a great team?
If they wasn't the Avengers, how come everybody ain't going 71-9? How come everybody ain't going 73-9 then, Wop? If they wasn't the Avengers, how come everybody ain't doing what they did?
The Avengers.
Or even coming close.
Avengers won the Infinity War. The fucking Warriors lost it and had to go recruit fucking Thanos. What the fuck? No, that's not how that movie went. No, and that's what always get lost in the fucking movie. How good, quote unquote, Bron is Thanos. How good his fucking soldiers was behind him. That's what get lost. It gets lost. Thanos was sending niggas to go get motherfucking Infinity Stones, nigga. Go get that Infinity Stone off a nigga, man. He had soldiers like that, man. That was really like that. Don't try to downplay Thanos' team. Thanos was a bad motherfucker, but he had a team too.
Shout out to Ebony Maw.
Like we can't keep doing this.
Hear ye and rejoice.
Do not get me wrong, bro. This is what I'm talking about with the LeBron shit. Him being down 3-1 was because him and Kyrie Irving were playing like shit. They were. Games 1 through 4, them niggas was playing like dog shit.
What was the average for the series, Wop?
Yeah. Do you know how averages work, right?
35, 38.
Who? LeBron and Kyrie? No, hell no.
They had some some averages you never seen in the finals before.
29 and Kyrie was like 27. Go look, nigga. You don't believe?
I'm not. I'm sending the intern to go look. Hey, intern.
I'll tell you, Bron averaged like 29 and Kyrie averaged like 27. Don't get me wrong. Them last 3 games, 5, 6, and 7, back-to-back 40 games for Bron. Like, those were the games that got them back. Bron was not playing well games 1 through 4. But the sad part about it, Steph and Clay was playing like dog shit games 1 through 4. They played like dog shit the entire series, damn near. But the whole narrative coming into that season in particular, before we see the Warriors go 73-9, the whole narrative is Bron. If Bron had Kyrie and them boys, he was up 2-1 against them. He would have beat them. That was the whole narrative coming into the season. That was my thought process from watching that series. I seen Bron go balls to walls, and he just lost to the better team, in my opinion. So you tell me in 2016 he got Kyrie, he got Kevin Love, he got the boys with him. They healthy. Granted, the Warriors just went on a historic regular season, but I just also watched them almost lose to the Thunder, which is more indication to me that Bron them got this in the bag. They're gonna win. Now, did I think they was gonna go down 3-1 and have to win? No, but I'm also not giving them extra credit for doing what I said they was gonna do anyway, which was win.
Y'all see the revisionist history?
What revisionist history?
Y'all see the revisionist history?
Tell me where I went wrong, good.
My man said, yo, because the Warriors almost lost to the Thunder, that's a chink in their armor. They almost lost to somebody, so them almost beating LeBron don't count that bad because they almost lost to somebody else. That's what you just said. You just said they almost lost to somebody else, so them losing to LeBron don't mean that much.
No, I didn't say them losing. Them losing, period, is regardless. Like,
it's bad.
It's bad, no matter what.
It's an extra point for Bron.
No, it's not. Them playing bad is not an extra point for Bron. No.
That wasn't even bad play.
It was.
What? Go watch the fourth quarter with Kyrie shutting down the fluorescent beige god.
What are you talking about? Kyrie, what are you talking about? I just watched Kyrie Irving do what he needed to do against any defender that was guarding him for the most part. Like, it didn't matter them last 4 or 5 games. I mean, the last 3 games, it did not matter. And a lot of shit can be said again about that series that I'm not going to press too hard on. Like, Warriors fans, I ask them all the time. They say, well, we lost Andrew Bogut for the rest of the series. Draymond got suspended. Cool. What's worse, not having Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving for pretty much the entire series? We know Kevin Love missed the whole series, but Kyrie Irving missed 5 of the 6 games. Which is worse?
You never heard none of those excuses from me. We got outplayed. I'm not talking about the Draymond suspension.
I look at it like y'all played bad. Steph played bad. Clay.
No.
Yes.
Kyrie hold that nigga. Yeah. Kyrie holds Steph so bad. You never even seen Steph. Because Steph had defense before that series. All right. So, yo.
Who the fuck are we talking about now? Oh, my God. Steph Curry, defense. No.
That's why we say it, y'all.
Some of you niggas ain't real. Some of you niggas ain't real.
Steph had defense before that series.
I don't know.
We all seen it.
I don't know.
We all seen Steph had the little tip away passes that he would get, the little pass deflections. That counts towards his defensive rating.
That don't mean, listen, I'm not saying Steph Curry don't play defense. Yes.
Steph played decent on-ball defense. And that series, specifically games 6 and 7, especially game 7, watch every matchup where no matter who got the ball, I want Steph. No matter who got the ball.
Because
it could be Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Kyrie, LeBron, everybody is targeting Steph, the fluorescent beige floor general. They're targeting him like he's sweet money in these streets. Like his name is James Harden. They
He
targeting son.
he's the worst defender on the court. Yes.
He wasn't.
Who was worse than him?
It was somebody that was worse.
No, it wasn't. Nigga, is you cool? You stop it. Stop, please.
Sometimes there were two players worse
No,
than him.
it's never. No, he's getting hunted because he's Stephen Curry. He's the worst defender on the court.
Just go back and look at the lineups on game 6 and 7. Sometimes there were two worse defenders worse than him on the floor.
He's not a better defender than Harrison Barnes. He's not a better defender than Andrew Bogut, Draymond Green. None of these guys. Sean Livingston.
40 ounce?
None of these guys.
40 ounce? Harrison Barnes, 40 ounce is a better defender than Wardell Stephen Curry II.
Yes.
I think you're assuming muscle mass means you're a better defender.
No.
That's what you're doing. You're assuming muscle mass means you're a better physical defender.
I'm assuming that
he wasn't.
Most of the time, historically, the point guard position is the worst defender on the floor.
35 years old today, still don't have a mustache. He's not a better defender than Steph.
Historically. Like I do this, brother. You chatting right now. I do this. Historically, the point guard position has not been a good position defensively.
I'm a Warriors fan. If I don't know shit else, I know my team.
You know you're a biased Warriors fan. Stephen Curry.
I'm not biased. I never been biased. I always gave it up clean on the pod. I never been biased. I was biased about the Saints on my fantasy pod, but I never been biased on this pod about any of my teams.
Calling Stephen Curry a good defender is outrageous.
He was a great defender.
Yeah.
I never been biased about any of my teams. And I even I'm not watching any sports.
There's not a
I'm bypassing all sports this season because the Mets is shit. The Warriors just signed Draymond for $27 million for 1 year. And my man is Draymond's cousin. And he was going to bring him to the other pod. Shout out to the U's. And I said, yeah, bring him to the pod. I just wanted an autographed jersey. Couldn't give me an autographed jersey because whatever, some Johnny Manziel shit was happening. So I couldn't get an autographed jersey. He said he was going to bring him to the pod. I heard they signed him for 1 year for $27 million. And I moved furniture in this bitch. I physically moved furniture in this bitch. I had a Spider-Man Brand New Day Incredible Hulk moment in this bitch because why the fuck would you re-sign Draymond Green for $27 million for a 1 year deal? Mr. 8-8-5. Why would you re-sign him for $27 million? Who knows why? The Saints just gave Chris Olave like $120 for 4 or 5. Why would you re-sign the young bull who caught all the hospital balls, all the concussion balls? He caught them all. The ball and the concussion to go with it. Why would you re-sign him? Vanilla Vic retired, or he just stayed in free agency, didn't re-sign with the Saints. So we got no Vanilla Vic.
Who the fuck is that?
Taysom Hill. He wore number 7.
Dude, that man, y'all gotta stop.
He wore number 7. He white. He Vanilla Vic.
Man, don't play nothing like Michael Vick. You do know that, right? Nothing.
So you don't watch football.
You are so fucking disrespectful.
So you don't watch football.
The man is
just say if you don't watch football, just say that.
Am I tripping? Ain't like Vic from Virginia.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Head. Went to school with him.
That's how you rep your VA, man. Your VA brethren.
Taysom Hill's Vanilla Vic.
Taysom Hill has never resembled a top 5 quarterback in the league. Not 1 year, not 1 second. Why?
Hold on a second. Who said quarterback? This is modern day. This is modern day football. You got to be able to do everything. He went and played wide receiver, tight end, special teams, and quarterback, halfback, running back.
In 20 years.
I'd like to say he was more valuable than a Michael Jerome Vick. Put that on your poster board. This is DJ World Premiere. That's boo-wop.
Psst. I see dead people. What?
The Saints is going to be trash. The Warriors finna be trash, and they know it. If you want to see a dead body, follow my teams.
You want to see a dead body?
If you want some disrespect, follow the pod. TWIY pod. Everywhere where you can find us. YouTube, Apple, Spotify. We got this shit fixed. If you're watching us on Apple and you see the video, we love you.
Well, check this out. First of all, you throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Whose world is this?
The world is yours. The world is yours.
It's mine. Whose world is this?
It's yours.